One of the perks of being a Wiley's World member, not just that you're eligible for the Friday Swag Away, but also we read your comments on this show. And I comment on your comments. So let's go from yesterday's show. We got Damian Lillard in the trade request. We got Frank A talking about it. He said, it's about Dame time. Dame should have left Portland. Where the heck is that anywhere years ago? Oh, I totally disagree with that. We have all been rigged. We have all been hijacked in how we look at sports now, where it's a zero-sum game. Either you win it all or what the hell did you do? And I'm like, what did I do? I did a lot. Don't believe me? Ask Giannis. Remember that post-game speech he gave about the process? And I think that we got to get back to appreciating that process. One, let me get corny, because that's what you're going to teach your kids. Two, that's how we learned it. But now we're in a different world where we're letting shock jock tell us, oh, this team sucks. Why? Because they got second in the entire NBA. Oh, this team sucks. Why? Because they're rebuilding, but they still made the playoffs. Like, we are losing our objective understanding of what sports really is just because we're just waiting for one team to win it all. And then even when they win it all, like Denver, we take shots at them or don't even give them their full coverage and shine. Do y'all see how we getting all just turned around, chasing our tails if you are in this little rat race right here? So be careful, y'all. All right, here's my man at a Honda. I put the Civic before too. He says it really just depends how Lillard addresses it in the public eye and shows self-awareness. Great point, especially going to the team that just lost the finals. LeBron rehauls entire rosters whenever he switched teams. KD tries to diminish his ring chasing with acting like it was, quote, the hardest road to join the Warriors, and then later criticizing his Golden State Warrior teammates are trashing OKC. Great point. He's saying it's the PR battle that these stars are losing once they go somewhere else and engage in the ring chase, whatever that pursuit is called. That's part of it. But I don't give a damn how much good PR you have. As soon as we see you depart, one, they're going to burn your jersey where you left. Two, they're going to say you're not loyal despite the fact you've been there for 11 years. And it's like, damn, you want me to die up in this sucker? Y'all forget, y'all drafted me. Oh, you want to know what a synonym of draft is? Forced. Y'all forced me to come here, homeboy. I ain't get the chance to choose. And when I had a chance to choose, I chose here again. And y'all still upset. Shut up. No, let me stop. Never shut up. All right, so that was a good one. All right, let's get to Michael Wilbon's topic right there. And we got my man at Michael Bardies. He sound wealthy, not even rich. Bardies as a last name, that sound wealthy to me. He said, I appreciate Wilbon's honesty. We've all known they weren't journalists for years. He's the first one I've ever heard admit it. Amen. Like, it's crazy. Like, the self-awareness is one thing that he checks in that box because Wilbon's a real one. But beyond that, just to have the security to say, yo, I ain't doing what I started doing, and I'm not doing exactly what I want to do. Matter of fact, I'm just doing something that I don't even know what it is. And I know he has more understanding and compass of it. But in frank terms, he like, dawg, we just like opinionated pundits now. Like, hey, what's the story? Let me give you an opinion, like what I'm doing now, right? But it gotta be merit-based or fact-based or just stay in touch with reality. And I think that's where people really get upset with the industry, is when it detaches and it just becomes narrative. And you literally can watch the show in your head before you see the show, and then you're like, I already know what they're gonna say. But they say it in an entertaining way. Very interesting right there. Here's another one from a man, Blaird. It's all shifted from journalism to pure entertainment. But because it's pure entertainment, you don't need actual journalists anymore. Just loud, entertaining soundbite guys. Hey, I get it, right? There is something to that, just the fact that someone puts an exclamation point at the end of their sentence versus a period. Right? One of the things about me, if I had to beat myself up, is I don't have enough exclamation points when I talk. And I don't want them, but I don't have them. And that would have served me well in my years of doing this, because if you just act like you're right and then more so suggest that the other person is wrong, and acting like you're right is a period. Suggesting that they're wrong is the exclamation point. What are you talking about? Like that? Now, all of a sudden, you got the other person on the other side, or the viewer, like, who does fool think he is? And then you riled up, and that's how you get it all amped up. So great point right there. I totally get it. Let's talk about the ESPN layoffs where Dwayne Lee says Marcellus broke it all the way down. You're damn right. That's what I do. He said, we appreciate your honesty. Keep pushing, big dog. They wrote you off on their expense report. Look who's laughing now. Respect. Even though I feel the compliment in that, and I appreciate you, big dog, and thank you for being a member as well. I learned a long time ago, just run your race and stay in your lane. And why do I stay in my lane? Not just because I don't see other people competing against me, some people in front of me, some people behind me. It's because it's the most effective and efficient way to run. As y'all know, I'm a track runner by heart. I was fast as hell when I was little. Still fast for a big dude, but I was fast for everybody when I was little, right? And I learned that life's a competition between you and yourself. And how did I learn that and really internalize it? By not looking at what the homie had. Because the homie had a Turkish link, a gold chain, a Fila suit, a 5.0, and 3 pretty girls liking him. I ain't have all that. But you know what made me feel good? My solace was not that I didn't have it. It was the fact that I didn't compare mine to his. I felt the love from what I had, and I stayed in my lane. I stayed in my zone and said, well, if you want it, go get it. But guess where it is? Not over there. Not over there. I'm in this lane. It's up there. So go get it. That's why. So I don't get into like, oh, I'm laughing at them now because I'm still trying to grind and get mine. But respect to what you're saying right there. And they didn't write me off on the expense report. They built this. Let me stop. All right, here we go. Mark McFarland, so proud of you, Marcellus, always dropping jewels. Yeah, man, that's life, man. We all got something to give and offer. I just wish more of us shared it. He says, telling the people behind the scenes numbers and what's at stake. Oh, yeah. I always laughed at NFL players when I played, and really broadcasters, they're worse. When they wouldn't tell people how much they made. I was like, dog, do you know every year in the USA Today they put out an article that tells everyone's salary? Do you know there are websites that tell all of our salaries? Now, fans, viewers, please understand, since you read that, that doesn't mean how much he makes in totality, because he gets endorsements. He has other offers and entities outside of that experience. So don't get it twisted. Whenever you see somebody's salary or one of those sites that says net worth, I will always bet that that number is low. When I told you guys how much I made, that was how much they paid me. I made other money, but that's the point. Do not think that these guys are just at that baseline. So I never had a problem telling somebody how much I make. It's just money. You got to give it back when you're dead anyway. Who gives a damn? So you need to open a school or something. Honestly, it's a shame that Stephen A. Smith is more popular than you and Dominique Foxworth. That's right. This is a school. It's called Never Shut Up University. Don't you see it? It's the school of thought. Get out the way, Wiley. See? Told you. We got a school up in here. We only got one student, though. It's just me. All right, let's do it. He says, I'm not saying you're all better than Stephen A. Smith. Why not? No, let me stop. But I believe you should all be just as popular. Keep the daily grind up. If you and Max has a YouTube show back in the day, you will be bigger than Joe Rogan right now. Keep going because the sky's the limit for you. I love all of that. Yeah, I got a little regret coming to YouTube late. That's it. And I started really playing around with this in 2018. But if Fox wasn't trying to hear it, and I was like, why am I going to do it if Fox ain't going to support it? Joy Taylor did that. Y'all ever check out Joy Taylor's podcast? I forget the name of it right now. But she was like, I'm going to do a podcast. And she did a podcast and didn't get supported by Fox. It wasn't one of the Fox podcasts. And she stopped doing it. Then she did radio and got her chops even better. Now she's on Speak for Yourself after doing Colin. So she picked her role, but I should have bit from Joy. I should have did exactly what Joy did. Just started my own podcast without Fox's support. All right, the last one here is Wiley's World. We're talking about this. We got another member up in here, my man Frank A. Unfortunately, I see the Lakers now, much like the Dallas Cowboys, and sports betting rules is like allowing an alcoholic bartender to bartend and expecting a positive outcome. You stupid. In my opinion, it's borderline entrapment. But love the music debate. Snoop versus Dre is a classic. And in my opinion, you can't go wrong either way. And Mr. Marcellus, you must, if you haven't already, publish some of your music playlists unless there's some FCC, BMI, DRM, what the hell is that, royalty stuff involved. And thank you for keeping it independent. Love the show. Love you too, Frank A. I'll share my playlist. Once we get hydration situation going, which is going to be me DJing and talking to you guys. And once we get that going, I share y'all some playlists because I know some stuff that may have slipped through the cracks to some of you guys since I've been in the game for so long. All right, speaking of so long, watch this transition. Let's talk to a member who's been waiting for so long. Oh, you've been waiting and debating for oh so long, just starving like Marvin for a Cool J song. Yes, I told you, I got rap issues, right? Let's bring on our Hall of Famer right now, Adrian. Adrian, talk to your boy, big dog. What's on your chest, homie?
Okay, I got a few questions here for you to transition into another smooth question is, so how do you describe Tupac's impact upon rap music and the culture at large?
Ooh, God, hold on. First, let me dab off. Let me get my game right. God dang. You said two things. You said rap music and culture at large. I think his greatest impact to rap music was to open your heart up and actually pour out how you're really feeling. Like, not so much how you're living. A lot of rappers do that, like how I'm living, or they're faking it, or they're really telling it. I'm talking about how you're feeling. Like, his emotional content is maybe the greatest in rap history. Like, he just took you through, like, today I'm happy, today I'm sad, today I don't want to be here, tomorrow I may not be here. And all of those, and let's be honest with each other, the roller coaster of emotions that he described in those songs, all of us feel to some degree at certain times in our life. So that's why I love just being transparent. One, you can never come up to me and say, gotcha. One of the things I'm doing right now is just talking about everything openly because, frankly, it's relieving. Frankly, it's fulfilling. Frankly, it's therapeutic. And then more importantly, nobody can say anything to me. Have y'all noticed nobody pushing back on anything I say? You want to know why? Because I ain't lying. And on top of that, I'm actually still protecting them. Some people thinking I'm up here snitching. I'm like, nah, I'm actually reserving. I know way more than I tell y'all. I'm just making sure they say it first or somebody else saying it. I'm like, dog, now I got to. But I'm never the one to out somebody for what? I done seen too much. I know where the bodies are buried, and I ain't there for that. So I think his cultural impact is you can do it all. So Pac, actor, you know, he grew up an actor actually, you know, in theaters, actor, rapper, you could be everything, gangster, whatever the hell that was. And I say it like this, focus used to be one thing and stare at it. I'm a rapper. I'm a rapper. For me, I'm a football player. And then focus shifted. Focus became a million things out there, but know how to prioritize them, right? So then that's what Pac did. He's the first like superstar in rap to do that. Like rapper, actor, spokesman, ladies man, whatever the hell. He just had a line item of lists of things he became. And the next thing you know, everybody started to do that as well. That's where his greatest impact.
Do you think he's still alive today?
Hell nah. Hell nah. And I can't lie. It took me like 2 weeks. It took me like 2 weeks to really say hell no. At first I was like, nah, maybe. And then it was like, I ain't lie. You know why? Because Machiavelli came out. And when Machiavelli came out right after he died, boom, boom, boom. When Bomb first hit, I was like, oh no. He ain't no way he dead saying what he's saying right now. He was saying stuff that didn't happen yet. And I was like, what the hell? So, and then after a while, you realize with our technology, ain't nowhere to hide, dog. Not like that. But that actor that plays him in all those movies, maybe that's him again, because that sucker looked dead on Pac.
Right about that. So, my second question is a bit deeper. How did you find out?
Deeper than that one? God dang. All right, let's go.
Yeah, deeper.
Okay.
How did you find out what your learning style was? And how did that affect you when you were playing football in regards to learning the playbook, watching film, etc.? Yeah.
My learning style is I am an intent listener. I always say I talk a lot, but I listen more. I really do. But I listen to syllables, like to letters, not just words. Like I'm listening on a microscopic level to the point where I'm a literalist, maybe too literal. Like I'm like, I heard you say that. People are like, dog, it was like a figure of speech, or maybe I was going somewhere else. But I'm literally intent. So when coach is drawing up something, my teacher's drawing up something, y'all ain't talking to me in this class. I do, dog. You want to get me mad? Talk to me when somebody trying to teach me something. I will whoop your ass. Like I ain't trying to hear it because you ain't gonna help me. They trying to help me. They're trying to expand my knowledge base. So I'm sitting there like, yeah. And then I go out there and I practice it. But the thing that I do that I think is unique is I don't judge myself ever in practice. Why? Because it's not a performance. The problem with practices nowadays is they're making them performance-based, right? You better show out the first day of training camp or else. And I've never been that guy. I go to practice knowing what I'm great at and what I need to work on. And I start with what I need to work on. So I'm in practice getting embarrassed. I wasn't great with my swim move at times. Guess what I'm doing? Swim move. Guess what they doing? Blocking the hell out of me. Whooping my ass all up and down in practice. But guess what? I got in the game. That sucker was starting to work because I worked on it. So I always work on my left hand layups, as they say in life. I don't start with my right hand. All right, got that down, Pat.
But how does that work if you were practicing what you were weak at, but also like as a team, y'all practicing like defense, what the offense is doing, more like team script about what team you're preparing for that week? Like, how do you have time to work on what you're weak at and also work on the team you're preparing for that week?
Yeah, I mean, naturally, the things that you're strong at is kind of like riding a bike. Like, you're naturally going to lean into those because, one, you have greater muscle memory there, and two, you have greater confidence there, right? But if you know anything about high-level sports, you start at plan B. I'm going against another black belt. I can't go up to him and just try and out-strength him, out-maneuver him. I got to set him up. And the only way to set somebody up is to have a counter, have a balance. And if you don't have that balance, he knows what you're going to do. And then you know that that's all you can do. Chess, match, loss, checkmate, he's going to get you. So plan B I start with because, frankly, he's big, he's strong, he's fast. All right, we're comparable. Now what? But does he know that every time I go outside, yeah, you block that, but now I got the spin. Now I got the spin. Now I got the swim, all those things. So it's a counterbalance at the highest level because everybody can do it. Like, it's just that simple. The floor is so high. The only way to touch the sky, to touch the ceiling, is to make sure that you have different bags of tricks. So I had to work on my bag of tricks. I didn't have a ton of tricks coming from Columbia. I can't lie. I was just big and strong and fast and had a couple moves. I had to make sure I had more than a couple to make sure I was good for the games.
And my last question is more fun, more playful, but today is 4th of July.
Thank you. Yes,
and they have the hot dog eating contest every year.
Oh.
And so what food eating contest do you know that you would kill it at?
Oh, good question. All right, what? Yeah, of course. I mean, everybody, like Courtney in my ear, the whole production team, like tacos, duh. Like, dog, good luck to you. On average, I eat 10 tacos. Every time y'all see me having tacos and I got my ketchup, I'm eating minimum of 10 of them, right? If I'm on a diet, 6. If I go to Taco Bell, you know that whole big old snack pack, that 24 kid or whatever they have, all them, Gordos Locos? I eat all of it. Like, I buy the box and then your homie like, yo, pass me a taco. I was like, you didn't order nothing. I was like, this is all for me, fool. I'm eating every one of these in this row. Here's the thing. I am not a fan of the hot dog eating contest. And I was watching it the other day because today is the finals. I guess I saw the semifinals. Come on, man. Like, I was watching, I was like, am I entertained? Or am I disgusted? Or am I in awe? Or how the hell is this so big? Like, a hot dog is no longer a hot dog when they eat it. They drip it into the water, they dunk it in the water, they when they do that, I'm like, and then Joey Chestnut wins every time by far. I'm just not a fan of it, but it sounds like I just poo-pooed on your parade, Adrian. I'm sorry, brother, because they ain't getting my rating no more. I can't watch it anymore.
Nah, I don't watch it either, but it's a very popular thing that people still watch. I can't really watch people inhale hot dogs like that and stuff, and I'm getting older. I can't eat like that anyway, so you know what I'm saying? I can't even replicate it. So.
Well, we two big dudes. Look like we did have our day, though. Like, we had a day where we both was in the, hey, if I went against you, Adrian, nah, don't let none of this fool you, Adrian. I can eat, dog. I got a tapeworm somewhere down here. I could put them down. What would be your food if you could try and challenge me in eating contest?
Oh, hot wings easy. I can eat like 20, 30 easy. Just down it. Hot wings, whether it's the what's it called? The flats drums. It don't matter. It's all easy.
Yeah, you can go. This sucker got technical. He said the flat wings. He said the breaded, like all that. I appreciate you, Adrian. Yeah, I ain't eating no 30 hot wings. Now, if they plain super crispy with the barbecue sauce on the side, I might be a good challenge for you. Appreciate you, big dog. Love and happy 4th of July to you, Adrian. Adrian, no lie, Adrian is like the Joey Chestnut of questions. Like, it ain't even close. Like, Adrian asked the best questions by far. Sorry, Cobra. I love you. You're just funny to me. All right, let's bring in Mikey P right now. Mikey P is in the building. And, oh, Temple football again. Here we go. Trying to resurrect the dead. Let's go, Mikey P.
Well, I got to say something first about Adrian over here taking my job, because that was my topic for the day.
Which one?
Come on, Adrian. Yeah, let's go, man.
Hey, Adrian might need to get hired here. No, I don't.
Yeah,
actually,
don't even need me. Should I just go now?
Yeah, I think Adrian be cheaper too. Like, Adrian be better for the payroll too. He doing your job. Nah, Mikey, we good. Let's do it, brother.
Well, I'm gonna stick with it because I had some follow up with that. So
okay,
it's currently actually in a weather delay. Like, they might cancel it from what I'm reading. But besides,
you can't eat a hot dog in the rain. What?
Well, lightning or whatever.
Okay.
I'm not
Good
sure.
Point.
But
good point.
Joey Chestnut's looking for 8 straight mustard belts. Okay, 16 titles, 17 years. He's got a record. 76 hot dogs and buns in 10 minutes. Last year he had 63. The over-under is set at 72 and a half. Over or under, and do you think he's winning this year?
Oh, definitely winning. I did watch it. Like, I did watch it the other day, and he's winning by far. Nobody can compete with him. He's not going to break his record. I think last year he only had 60-something. He's on decline right 63. Now. Like, his stomach is shrinking right now. So, I'm going to eat 63, mama. So, yeah. I feel like I'm teasing the guy that's playing video games in his mom's basement, who now is the biggest gamer in the world, making $100 million. Like, I know Joey Chestnut got more money than me, because why? He's a household name. And if you watch the hot dog eating contest, all you see are brands behind his ass. You see Bounty, you see Nathaniel's, right? You be seeing these big major brands. I'm like, yo, this dude is winning, but it ain't for me, dog. I just, and then it'd be like mustard in their eye. It'd be like buns on their eyebrows. I'm like, what is this,
Would they dip the bun in the water? Like, that's disgusting. It's all soggy and shit. Like, oh, gross.
And I watched 2 hours.
Over under 72 and a half. Over under 72 and a half. Under. Yeah, I'm going under too. Maybe the weather impacts it. They say the humidity hurts the body in this case. But I was going to say, man, like, I need some intel on whether or not he woke up hungry this morning. That's the key. Is he hungry or not?
That's a great point. I think he got to find like some equilibrium, some counterbalance. Like, he messed around and be too hungry. You know how your stomach, when you're so hungry, and then as soon as you eat one thing, you're full. You be like, God dang, you've been waiting all day for something, but you go too far in your hunger state. So I don't know how he does it. And frankly, I don't even care. Who is number 2 in hot dog eating anymore? We lost him. It was the other guy, and he's gone. I don't even know his name.
Kobayashi.
Yes.
Yeah, yes. He's long gone.
He's gone.
But actually, the training aspect's insane here. The training aspect with what these guys do is crazy. So
okay,
ESPN
I love you, Mikey. Please do not talk more hot dog eating. Are we? We 8 minutes into hot dog eating.
I gotta press you on this. ESPN had a discussion whether or not he could be considered an athlete because he has to train his body to be able to do this. What's your take on that? And that's the end of Wiley's world after that.
Oh,
See,
no,
come
that's
on,
a
I got
great
you.
question. Yeah. All right, Adrian. Mikey P's hired again. Sorry, you didn't ask this level question.
Sorry, Adrian.
Athlete. Oh, man, I get into this discussion all the time, like, golfer, race car driver, and now, damn, hot dog eating. Like, it's getting too loose. But I don't have a technical way to describe an athlete, right? It's really just your physical expression. And I can't say that that's a sport to me, and therefore I wouldn't call him an athlete. But what he does is something physically I couldn't do. And isn't that like the baseline of being an athlete, physical expression? So I may be wrong on saying that he's not an athlete because I don't have a real logical base. But damn, that's a good discussion. I'll have to think about that. But whatever he is, I'm not, and whatever I am, he ain't. So maybe that's athlete, or maybe that's something else.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to say no comment. I'm gonna pull a Marshawn Lynch and just say, I'm just here so I don't get fined. That's it.
Right. You're just here to ask the question for real. I appreciate you, brother. Have a happy 4th of July. Pop some fireworks, enjoy it. No illegal fireworks, please. All you guys out there, and I know I'm talking to y'all too. Y'all be acting like y'all don't know what I'm saying. I had some homies went to TJ, and a few of them went to Vegas and got them M100s, them things that sound like you blowing up a building. Woo! Can't lie. They're kind of cool to see, but it's illegal as hell.